One constant companion on the road to rebuilding is uncertainty. You wonder, what's your life going to look like in the future? Will things get better? Or maybe you're concerned with how am I going to meet the bills, or will I ever get a job? The one thing that is certain in rebuilding is that your future is unknown. The Apostle Paul reminds us in 2 Corinthians 7 that we live by faith, not by sight. But during the time of rebuilding, I didn't quite understand, well, what does that look like? But then I heard Richard Rohr, a Franciscan priest, talk about this issue. And he suggested that many Christians do not live by faith because they have no patience with not knowing and no tolerance with ambiguity. Well, his comment hit home with me. I was one of those Christians because I liked trying to control my future, and I didn't like trying to endure how long it took and how difficult it was to rebuild. I wanted it over and done with, and quickly. Yet, as I look back on those years, God gave me the strength to endure, to keep on keeping on. And he provided for me in so many unexpected ways. He gave me the strength. My friends and family provided so many of the things I needed. And even though it took years, the medical bills were finally paid. So you would think because of all these amazing experiences of rebuilding, I would be this faith-filled person. However, I still don't handle uncertainty very well. There is still plenty of room for me to grow. I'm more like the apostles in Luke 17, where they asked Jesus for more faith. But he was very clear. They only had to have faith the size of a mustard seed, and that was enough. It wasn't about how big their faith was. It turns out that's not always the problem. Many times it's our lack of tolerance or patience for not knowing what our future is going to look like. So now when I'm irritated about a challenging situation, I try to remind myself, I have enough faith, God is able, and I need to be patient with uncertainty because I don't know when, where, or how God will make the changes and provide. So here's my rebuilding tip for you. One of the companions on your road to uncertainty, or the future, I should say, is uncertainty. That is certain. But in spite of that, be patient. Be willing to take the next step forward. Or as Richard Rohr says, remember, faith is not knowing, but believing that God is with you through this. If you'd like more information on the current group for Rebuild After Divorce and Separated, go to georgiaschaefer.com/rebuild.